Hi, thanks for watching Astrawani. My name is Linawati Adnan and we are on for some treat because I have somebody special here with me for this exclusive interview with one of fashion's most influential personas, I might say. He wears all sorts of caps in fashion, arts and design. He is an American historian, he is a philanthropist, he's an entrepreneur, he's an author, he's a conservationist, he's a fashion curator. He is that good in anything and everything that he does that he is named as one of the Time magazine's 25 most influential names and faces in 2002. So help me welcome the one and only Cameron Silva. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Mr. Silva, can I call you Cameron?
Oh, I hope you call me Cameron.
So yeah, talk to us about what brought you here. It's like 25 hours flight from the States.
Oh, it was so easy, only 24 hours to come to KL. I'm here for the F1, and on Thursday night is the big gala, the Petronas Gala, and we'll be doing a very large vintage fashion show. And my understanding it'll be the first kind of real serious vintage couture fashion show in Malaysia. So I'm happy that all the clothes come from decades and I'm curating it. We have a wonderful team. The models will look great. The clothes are gorgeous and we'll raise some money for a terrific charity.
Okay, so a little sneak preview right now. So what are the things that you are going to showcase?
Designers like Chanel,
Okay.
Yves Saint Laurent,
exciting.
Balenciaga. All the good expensive stuff because I know Malaysians they like glamour.
Yeah, we love the bling blings.
So do I. I think I'm going to move here. Look, I'm already wearing batik. I'm like halfway here.
All right, so who are you wearing today?
Andy Suleiman, local designer.
This is your first time. So yesterday you went to Baru Caves. So how was that?
Baru Caves, I felt very old and out of shape. Let me tell you, it's not easy to climb those stairs after you've been on an airplane for 25 hours. But it was great, and you know, I don't get to see that many monkeys in LA. So I wanted lots of pictures, lots of selfies with monkeys.
All right, so did you manage to explore the fashion scene here in Malaysia?
A little bit. I met a few of the designers, and I've seen all the malls. There's lots of shopping malls. But I think in the next few days I'll have an opportunity to meet a lot more of the local talent.
So talking about malls, talking about business, so how's business for decades nowadays?
Well, today was a good day. I just got my sales report.
Okay.
You know, it's been almost 18 years, so it's a very solid business. It's a very global business, and we actually have a very good clientele in Malaysia. So I'm seeing some of my friends who normally come to LA to shop, I get to see them at their home. So it's nice that I'm having a little, I always say our clients are part of the family. So I'm having a little Malay decades family while I'm here.
All right,
a little
so
reunion.
it has been what, 18 years? 4 decades?
18 years. As you see these pictures behind me,
Yeah.
you see when I was younger, skinnier, richer.
So how did it start actually? I mean, have you always wanted to do this?
I always have loved fashion, and I've loved the idea of how we express ourselves with clothes. But I used to be a singer, and I have a whole other career as a singer, and I would thrift looking for men's clothes to buy for myself. And I did an album, and about 19 years ago I transitioned from singing to fashion. It was a complete accident, but a good one.
So it's a good accident.
It's a good accident. I'm making a little money. Not enough.
But why vintage? I mean, you can pursue other stuff. I mean, designing probably for your very own self, but instead you go, you know, looking for really classic look and bring it into this modern world.
I'm attracted to vintage because I like history and I like things that are one of a kind. And I think true fashion icons wear a little vintage. And the one thing you discover is when you wear vintage is that almost everything we wear that's modern is derived from the past. So I say wear the original vintage, mix it up with something new, mix it up with something fast fashion, and create a one-of-a-kind look. I don't like women or men to look like they just came off a magazine, out of a magazine. I want them to look like the trendsetter, not the follower.
But yet real.
Totally real, real. And it's you know, vintage is fun. It's storytelling.
So and every piece has a story, yeah?
I think so.
Just like those pieces you're gonna show us on Thursday.
Everything. I mean, some pieces come from princesses. Some pieces like the Balenciaga come from aristocrats from Spain. And for me, the magic is then when you get the new owner and the story continues. And it's also very environmentally friendly. And that's the nice thing is you can consume, but it's not bad for the environment.
And we know that vintage is something that's of 15 years old or older.
It gets shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
As I get older, it gets shorter.
So do you feel that the definition of vintage itself has evolved? Because obviously fashion has evolved, you know, there could be some tweaking here and there with the styling and things like that. But the definition, the essence of vintage, has it evolved?
Certainly. When I first opened the store in '97, we had nothing pre-1980s. Now, as we're, you know, in 2015, we have clothes from the early 2000s that are considered vintage, and even pieces by Tom Ford for Gucci or original Galliano and McQueen, pieces that are maybe 5, 6 years old, are now considered collectible. So if you're a good shopper, you can actually build a collection that could have real resale value. It could be an investment.
Yeah, but you need to know your stuff, right?
Yeah, that's why you have to WhatsApp me. I'll make sure you buy the right things.
So do you remember the first thing that you sold?
Yes, when the store first opened, we sold a little Whiting and Davis silver kind of 1920s or 30s bag. And then it was really celebrities in the beginning who embraced that Hollywood was returning to glamour. Because think about 97, 98, 99, we were starting to get glamorous again in Hollywood. So celebs would buy clothes. Now they want everything for free. That's why I came to Malaysia. Malaysians, you guys buy clothes.
So, you know, there are some people who have issues with, you know, putting on something that's pre-loved. So what's your take on that?
Well, I always say that, you know, I deal in glamorous clothing. I don't sell work clothes or basics. And I like to think that these clothes were worn at incredibly joyful moments in another woman's past. So that's nice energy to pass forward. And quite honestly, there's really nothing new to buy. You go into a department store or a boutique, someone else tried it on like an hour ago who may have had an ugly perfume on or didn't take a shower. So at least when you come to decades, you're getting something that maybe it was worn 50 years ago, but it was worn by someone really chic. I don't mind having that energy come to the next person.
Yeah, and you who would mind, you know, exuding that energy?
Yes. Think about like wearing a gown, like a Balenciaga Couture or Yves Saint Laurent or Chanel, where those were worn 40, 50, 60 years ago. Incredible. So we don't have that kind of glamour today. So it's a way to bring it into your life.
All right, so we want to know your secret in sourcing all these beautiful things, but we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back right after this.